Okay, Assalamu alaikum class. Uh, this is our eighth lecture, and after mid first lecture, next topic is about fossil fuels and future energy renewable resources. Let's see what is it and how it can affect the environment. Fossil fuels is a fuel formed by natural processes such as anaerobic decompositions of bird-dead organisms containing organic molecules originating in innocent photosynthesis that release energy in combustion. Fossil fuels include coal, petroleum, natural gas, oil shales, pigments, and heavy oils all contains carbon and were formed as a result of geologic process acting on the remains of organic matter produced by photosynthesis, a process that began in ancient Archean. Well, fossil fuels are dead plants of dead plants, animals buried under the earth crust, and with the help of decompositions, they convert into fossil fuels. Let's see how it can be benefit for us and how it can be harmful environment as well as human and their alternations, their limitations. Okay, first one is about their fossil fuel importance. Fossil fuels are of great importance because they can burn oxides to carbon dioxide and water, producing significant amount of energy per unit mass. The use of coal as a fuel predates recorded history. Coal was used to run furnaces for the melting of metal. Semi-solid hydrocarbons from seeps were also burned in ancient times, but these materials were mostly used for waterproofing and, and embalming. Fossil fuels derived from the ground and offshore areas are converted into suitable forms to produce energy. Around 90% of the electricity demand is satisfied by fossil fuels. The main concern with the increasing use of fossil fuels revolves around the damage to the environment that they cause. Some of the most commonly used fossil fuels are natural gas, coal, petroleum. Uh, they form a major part of the non-renewable resources and have a large impact on the environment. Okay, if we see about their pros and cons, uh, like why is fossil fuel good? Like it is easier to store and transport. It is almost cheaper and it is more reliable than renewable energy. But on the other side, fossil fuels are not renewable energy sources. If we do not reduce consumption, we will run out of them very quickly. In the case of very quickly means maybe in our lifespan, fossil fuels pollute the environment. Like fossil fuels contribute to greenhouse gases, which is one of the major disadvantages. The most harmful for the environment is coal because it has many more harmful uh, combus- combustion products than other fossil fuels. And in the case of irresponsible use, that can be dangerous. Like it is important to note that fossil fuels are not the most dangerous energy resource. But if we compare them to nuclear energy, we can easily see that nuclear power is much more dangerous. But in case of irresponsible use, that may cause an accident. For example, natural gas is a really flammable energy source, which is both an advantage and disadvantage. That's why in many cases, or in some cases, that's why in many cases we prefer some alternatives like renewable resources, which we will discuss in further slides, like which renewable resources can be option for us. Okay, move forward. Next is about how it affect on environmental effect. As I told in last slide, greenhouse gas emissions come from the that's why like it contributes to greenhouse gases, which is one of the major disadvantages. Like it effect on the environment. Uh, Next is consistent of fossil fuels generate sulfuric, carbonic, and nitric acids which fall to the earth as acid rain, impacting both natural areas and the built environment. Uh, Monuments and sculpture made from marble and limestone are particularly vulnerable as the acid dissolve calcium carbonate. Next is harvesting, processing, and distributing fossil fuels can also create environmental concerns. Coal mining methods, particularly mountain top removal and strip mining, have negative impact, environmental impact, and offshore oil drilling pose and hazard to aquatic organizations. Next is move forward. Next, there are some interesting facts about fossil fuels. All fossil fuels are the result of plant decomposition that happened millions of years ago underwater. The most recent discovery of untapped oil field was discovered. The ice is thought to have covered a sea that existed millions of years ago. Fossil fuels include coal, natural gas, and oil. The current status how that globally fossil fuels provide for over 85% of all the energy we consume. Fossil fuels, when burned, can be used to generate electricity or power vehicles. Fossil fuels cannot be produced by humans and must first be burned to be used as electricity. Fossil fuels are not renewable resources, so we not have located all of these uh, reserves there in the world. They take millions of years to produce. It is estimated that given our current trend projection and predictive discovery of new sources of fossil fuel that the world will run out of them within 100 years. There are some other interesting facts about fossil fuel. You can see later. Move forward. Next is okay. Uh, Fossil fuel alternatives for future energy renewable resources. Renewable energy that is collected from renewable sources which are naturally replenished on common timescales such as sunlight, rain, tides, wave, and geothermal heat. Renewable energy often provides energy in four important areas like electricity generation, air and water heating, cooling, transportation, and rural off-grid energy services. Renewable energy often displaces conventional fuels in four areas as discussed. Electricity, okay, to each individuals. Uh, First is electricity generation, power generation. By 2040, renewable energy is projected to equal coal and natural gas electricity generation. Several generations including Denmark, Germany, and state of South Australia, and some US states have achieved high integration of variable renewable. Let's see, here is the example of like in 2015, wind power has 42% of electricity demand in Denmark, 23.2% total, and 55.5%. Like according to this statistics, if this continues as nowadays, uh, then according to scientists, by 2050 it will be equal to coal and natural gas electricity generations. Okay, as we discussed about like fossil fuels include natural gases and oil. Reference to that globally fossil fuels provide that over 80% of all energy, like 85% of energy is coming after burning the fossil fuels, and the major share in which about is coal, natural gas, and oil, and would be possible by like 20, 2040. This oil and natural gas, oil and coal can be replaced as a renewable resources. So next, if we move forward, next is renewable sources heating. Like solar water heating makes an important contribution to renewable heat in many countries, most notably in China, which now has 70% of the global total energy. Worldwide total installed solar water heating system meet a portion of the water heating needs to over 70 million households. The use of biomass for heating continues to grow as well. In Sweden, national use of biomass energy has surpassed that of oil. Solar system, winter season, also help make water hot, but also help in also to room warm in the winter season, as well as in those countries where electricity is not conventional. This solar system is also helping in that country, especially in Pakistan. We see that nowadays solar system, everyone is shifting toward solar system, especially especially in village areas for wells and other different kind of on large level production on large uses at large level. Uh, okay. Third one is about transportation. This is another part of another type of resources, like eggs and alcohol made by fermentation, mostly from carbohydrates produced in sugar or starch crops such as corn, sugarcane, or sweet cellulose of biomass derived from non-food sources such as trees and grasses is also being developed as a feed stock for ethanol production. Ethanol can be used as a fuel for vehicles in its pure form, but is usually used as a gasoline additive to increase octane and improve vehicles' emissions. Uh, Biodiesel is produced from oil with fats using transportations and with the most common biofuel in Europe. A solar vehicle is an electronic vehicle powered completely or significantly by direct solar energy. Usually, uh, photovoltaic cells containing solar panels convert the sun energy direct into the electric energy. The term solar vehicles usually implies that solar energy is used to power all part of vehicles. Applications. Solar power may be also used to provide power for communication, for control, or other functions. Solar vehicles are not sold as practical day-to-day transportations device at present, but are primarily demonstrations vehicles and engineering exercise, often sponsored by government agencies. However, indirectly solar charged vehicles are widespread and solar posts are available commercially. If we go forward, next is about mainstream technologies. First one is about wind power. Globally, the long-term technical potential of wind energy is believed to be 5 times total current global energy production, 40 times current electricity demand, assuming all practical barriers needed by overcome. This would be required wind turbines to be installed over large areas, particularly in areas of higher point resource such as offshore. Wind generated electricity met nearly 4% of global electricity demand in 2015, with nearly 63 GW of new wind power capacity installed. Wind energy was the leading source of new capacity in Europe, the USA, and Canada, and second largest in China. Denmark one day met more than 40% of electricity demand, while Ireland, uh, like wind power, is one of the mainstream technology. Where the wind flow area is high, in those areas, wind turbines are installed, and due to high airflow, those turbines produce electricity. If we take the example about Pakistan, in Pakistan, like coastal areas like Quetta, Gwadar side, uh, where wind turbines are should be installed by the government, so it can be more helpful to generate more technologies. Okay, next is hydropower. Like in 2015, hydropower generated 16.6% of the world's total electricity and 70% of all renewable electricity, since water is about 800 times denser than air. Even a slow falling stream of water or moderate sea as well can yield considerable amount of energy. When there are many forms of water energy, historically hydroelectric power came from constructing large hydroelectric dams and reservoirs, which are still popular in third world countries. The largest of which the three largest dams, China and China in 1994 built the Brazil and Angola. Well, for countries having the largest percentage of electricity from renewable sources, the top three are primarily hydroelectric. China is the largest hydroelectricity producer with 71 terabyte hours of production in 2010, representing around 70% of domestic electricity. There are now three hydroelectric stations larger than 10, uh, like the three largest dam in China. Wave power, which captures the energy of ocean surface wave and tidal power, converting the energy of tides are two forms of hydropower which future potential. However, like they are not yet widely employed commercially. Demonstration project included by the Ocean Renewable Power Company and the cost of being that the connected to grid harness uh, power from the Bay of 30 locations over highest flow. Actually, the whole solar energy 2010 and then implemented this said that the development affordable people companies solar energy have two longer term possibilities companies lines on the newspaper and most independent as reduced lower than most of manufacturing plants in the planet and keep fossil fuel prices lower than otherwise. Okay, let's move forward. Next slide is about okay. Mainstream is still continued. Like next is geothermal energy. High temperature geothermal energy is from thermal energy generated and stored in the earth. Thermal energy is the energy that determines the temperature of matter. Next is bioenergy. Biomass is biological material derived from living or recently living organisms. It most often refers to plants or plant-derived materials which are specifically called lignocellulosic biomass. As an energy source, biomass can either be used directly via combustion to produce heat or indirectly after converting it into various forms of biofuel. And last type is tidal power. Tidal power or tidal energy is harnessed by converting energy from tides into useful forms of power, mainly electricity, using various methods. Although not yet widely used, tidal energy has the potential for future electricity generation. Tidal has more predictable than the wind and the sun. Among sources of renewable energy, tidal power has traditionally suffered from a relatively high cost, limited availability of sites which is sufficiently high tidal range or flow velocities, thus constricting its total availability. Okay, that was about today lecture, which we discussed about the fossil fuels and how it can be benefit and how it can be harmful environment and as well as human. After that, we'll see about their alternatives like renewable resources and their types, how this can be beneficial, how different countries using these opportunities, and how it can be beneficial for Pakistan. So that was about today's lecture. Uh, See you in next lecture in your midterm marks and little bit discussion about midterm paper and next lectures. See you class. Allah Hafiz. Take care. Stay blessed.